Good day buddies. It's time again for an update on our ever-growing trichomyrmex destructor colony who just turned 1 year old last May. The last update on them is when we moved them here on this DIY ant farm. The migration went quick and smooth. Now the ant farm is officially fully occupied, and look like this. Only few open space can be seen now, but those spaces wouldn't be enough if we all consider the thousands of workers wandering outside. Maybe most of you is already used to it, as every update of this colony had been growth, growth and growth. We're almost giving them new nest on each updates. But anyways, this ultra-massive growth by the colony this time is caused by the colonies and breeding, which we have featured on their previous video. They're having multiple egg-laying queens now all around the nest, further improving their already tremendous growth rate. Just look at how many queens we have here on this single spot. They really made themselves a multi-queen colony. This was amazing, and scary at the same time, as keeping them will get even more challenging. Anyway, while all this is happening, we're already working on their additional ant farm. But since I got limited time working, we didn't finish it before a tragic incident happened. The colony decided to kill a portion of the workers. I'm in sorrow, watching the workers kill each others. This was the scene, and it's really on a large scale. This happened at midnight buddies, so we're not prepared to film, causing this video to lack in lighting. Anyway, this happens to an ant colony when they're lacking on something, like food supply. But on our colony, I'm sure it's not about food, as we're providing them enough. And we can even see their respective food storage. What this colony lacks is definitely nesting space, causing them to kill less capable workers, to free some space to the nest. It's really heartbreaking to witness this mass killing. Even though we expected this quick growth, we're still completely overwhelmed and didn't finish the ant farm on time. The only good thing left about this is, the colony will not kill themselves on this process, as they will only eliminating what they needed, and will not go overboard. This is somewhat like an ant purge. If you happen to see the Purge movie, this was definitely an ant version of it. And before we continue, let me also say welcome back buddies. And for those new to the channel, you're also welcome to D-Colony. In the morning, we can already see the aftermath of the purging. Lots of dead ants on the garbage sites. This one was under the flow-on barriers, so we can't get a clear view. We got multiple sites like this on the 3 outworlds. I'm saddened that they needed to be sacrificed, just because we're a bit late to provide them the space they need. We still have a lot of things to look forward to, as these ant colony will produce their numbers back in just few weeks. Good thing is we already finished their additional ant farm. We'll be offering it to the colony once this barrier have set. Anyway, what I'm going to show you now is how we do a simple cleaning maintenance to this pet ant colony. They bite and stings, so we need to be careful. And this is what the back of the nest looks like, too far from what it looks like on their last update. But what we are here for is this little mountain of ants waste. And before we attempt to clean it, let's distract the workers' ants from each outworlds by feeding them. So fewer ants will storm the garbage site once we started cleaning, since we need to loosen it up a bit. As for those who don't know, ants waste is a bit sticky. The substrates helps a lot on maintaining cleanliness, as it prevents the waste to stick on the glass floor. After that, we can just simply vacuum the loosened waste easily. We just need to spread the sand again, to cover the floor from the sticky ants waste. We'll definitely got some of the sand in the vacuum, so part of the maintenance is also adding substrates here once in a while, just to keep the right amount inside. For the ants that was sucked up on the vacuum, we can put them on a container and just leave them above the cleansing tower. That way they can easily join to the colony again. That's like what we do on food leftovers or the insects' exoskeletons with ants on them. Or we can also let these ants die here, cause like in the wild, colonies tend to lose a portion of their workforce, while outside foraging for food. Killed by ant predators, or bigger animals stepping on them like humans. This can also be one way of keeping their population under control, if done the right way of course. Anyway, let me give a huge shout out to our buddies, Lexi and Skylar. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, hoping for your pet ants to continue to do well. And on this trichomyrmex destructor next update, we will be covering the addition of their new ant farm, and hopefully for them to continue their massive growth as usual. Before ending the video, here's a short feeding clip to display their still scary numbers, even just after the massive ant purge. I just hope you have learned something from this video, guys. Be a genie for the first time, by granting my wish and tapping the like and share button, that would help a lot. This is D Colony, saying goodbye for now, but hoping to see you on my next videos.